music going, but otherwise, welcome back to another episode of the Radiant Citadel. Uh, we are still in. Why are these things beeping? I'm not even using you. You're giving me post-traumatic stress up in here.
Will you stop? You can't handle it anymore.
Why are they beeping when I'm just charging them? I don't understand that. Anyway, uh, you guys were in Sabsuko at the behest of the Shield Bearers. So you've done a whole bunch of stuff here, but we ended up last session with you guys heading to the Silver Carp Farm, seeing a bunch of strange things happening over there, and in fact coming into a bit of trouble as it appeared they were mining into the ground, something that seems like a bit of a taboo. I mean, you're not too sure on the exact deal with that. Just one sec. Okay, I figured it out. Okay, just wasn't plugged in hard enough. And yeah, the guy there, quite portly halfling, one of the Yam family, the head of the Yam family, supposedly, who's been, you've put together, been doing some bad stuff. His actions caused some of the land spirits to kind of rise up, and there was some revenge that was rather merciless. So, Elixir, I think I'm just getting a bit of feedback from you, buddy.
I can mute, yeah.
Cheers, man. Otherwise, that's what we're picking up in the Silver Carp Farm. You defended him. He was very close to dying, but thanks to Drace's continuous efforts to basically get him to turn himself in, he eventually did succumb and asked for your protection and kind of gave himself up to you guys to do with whatever punishment you see fit, at least whoever you want to take him to. That's up to you guys, of course. But we'll be picking up this session back at the Silver Carp Farm, which is here. So there's been a bit of tidying up. Sorry that I haven't done that. The commoners here, I guess we pick up a couple of minutes after. You can see some of the surviving workers, after everything's calmed down, have maybe started coming together to organize a cart to get some of the bodies and get them taken care of, so they're not just like lying out in the open. But yeah, as for what you guys are doing, that's a whole other story as we come back into things, and it's up to you on how to proceed, really.
I do believe we were getting money from this guy first. And then we're taking him first to the logging camp to deal with the loggers, and then I'm not sure what's after that.
I think there was discussion about checking out the mines. There's
yes.
ill fight, I believe.
And we're gonna put that back. Or were we gonna speak to the spirit and then put that back?
I can show you where, please. It is just to the south. It was a strange operation from the get-go. I knew it was too good to be true. As he kind of gets to his feet roughly, have you guys tied him up, patted him down, done anything to him? Is he free to move around and talk?
He's free.
Probably.
I've tied up his hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have him on a rope.
Okay. I'm just kind of like quickly.
Very well. I mean, he had a bit of a small coin purse on him, but obviously being on his own property, he didn't have much. Most of it's probably kind of stored in wherever he keeps things, in the master bedroom or such. You can ask him about. There's still a lot of people here that also live here, so it's not just like the whole place is up for loots. But yeah, you can see he did mention earlier that he was kind of paid to do these entrepreneurial jobs of getting the mine and harvesting the wood.
Now, whereabouts do you keep all your money? And I mean your money, not your workers' money.
my money has been earned for generations. I'm not simply going to.
I will start
discuss
shaking.
that.
Like, I'll pick him up and shake him a little bit.
Are you just base extortionists? You would kind of dropping down. I realize that I maybe have made one or two ill-fated trade decisions in the recent past. Does that mean you are entitled to my entire family's wealth?
You owed our friend here, alas, at least 50 gold for trying to stop the log operations. So spit it out.
And
Yes.
and also, you owe the people of this community at least 5 deaths. There could be more we do not know.
He goes a bit ashen-faced, nods. He goes inside. Well, he can't really go anywhere, but he would say, as he sees Nablina.
He can still walk around.
You said
Like, he
got
can
it-
lead
you
me
got
to
him
where the
on
money.
Okay, yeah. Well,
He's like on a leash.
he'll stop where Nablina is moving around the room, and he'll point to the set of drawers here. The second drawers at the back. There's a false backing. And I mean, easily located once he points it out. That is what I was paid for this whole operation here. Never should have accepted it. You kind of take out there what looks to be like a miniature chest, a small little coffer, and it's not locked, fairly well hidden. Opening it, you can see a wealth of diamonds, like probably thousands of gold's worth.
Now, who offered you this money? This is not chump change, so it has to be somebody big.
Also, take one.
I'm gonna like pick up the bag of diamonds, be like, put one out. It's like, it is very pretty stuff. Pocket one of them.
There's a bit of a wince on his face. He doesn't feel like he's in much of a position to argue, especially seeing as that was payment for this mining operation and the logging operation. He would say, the gentleman never really gave me his name. I was merely approached by strange lizard folk a couple of weeks back. He offered me this in exchange for a couple of goods, a couple of carts of goods from Subsun Core, which I didn't think of. I mean, we export to the Radiant Citadel all the time, except what he wanted was a bit more of our rarer resources. And you can see he kind of flinches, and he knows what he did is wrong. Seems like the payment got the better of him, though. We normally mining, we haven't. No one mines here in the valley. What little land we have left, it's normally impossible. However, he had some kind of special metal picks that he brought to give out to our workers. I thought this would be a quick thing, and no one would notice. We can do it once, you know.
And where do
He
you
knew
keep
that
these
this would
metal
happen.
picks?
They are most likely. I mean, they were being used in the mine. That's where they still rest, I would imagine.
Nablina
Well, then.
wants to go, like, take the bag of diamonds.
I have. I'm gonna hold it above her head so she can't just quite reach it.
No.
Cast shatter. No, I'm kidding.
All the diamonds just turn to dust.
I just want to see if there's any pretty ones.
Oh
They're
yeah,
shiny.
there's a lot of pretty ones.
Back then. I'm gonna like hold it down for her.
She'll just like look in the bag and see if there are any like different color diamonds or if they're just like here's bag of like plain white diamonds.
You can see that they're not plain white diamonds in any regard. They actually have, now that you are up close, there's the slightest kind of pearl sheen to them, giving them almost the the slightest kind of rose tint if you look really closely. They're all relatively small. You'd probably guess the largest ones were no more than like 30 to 50 gold pieces.
She'll take one of the smaller ones.
Is this just to help yourself? Kind of hear him looking around at you guys. I
She
Okay.
intended to use
responds
that
that it's
to
shiny.
pay back the workers
To be
and their
fair-
families.
To be fair, you're also blinded by the greed, but yes, I agree they should probably stop taking them, and we should use this to,
See?
actually help the people affected.
You would have done the same thing in my shoes. I can tell.
Probably not, to be honest.
Blaine takes a diamond and then she kind of curls back on the bed. This is hers now.
We're taking 3 diamonds. You
So
took
make
diamonds for
yourself
what?
at home, sure.
Anyways,
Like-
we sh-
I would like stick my head out to a front. I don't think Niblina's moving for a little while.
Now they're just sleeping. Just be careful with when you hear this like there's this, like some buckets or bedstands knocked over in the distance. So it looks like some people are having a short rest. Pino found the
I'm gonna
bathtub.
be.
Yeah, I'm taking a bath.
Well,
I
that,
found a bath.
Wasn't it like
Well, then
late
that-
afternoon?
yeah, it was. Or it was like midday. I think it's time for us to, while these guys are focusing on sleeping, let's take this metal back to the mine and get that squared away.
It's no
Before we
putting
head
it.
off.
You can't put it back. It doesn't work like that. It's
Uh,
changed. It's
but we're offering it back. Look, we're going to. Should we speak to the spirits, and see if they want it back?
yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe there's at least if we give it back, it'll appease them a bit more or something. Better than just using it.
Less likely then spirits will come and kill more commoners.
Yeah. So are we waiting right now, or are we gonna wait for our companions who are taking a bath and sleeping?
I think we have to wait.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should make ourselves comfortable for, a bit.
I'm gonna go find those pickaxes to destroy them.
okay. You'd have to
Whoa,
go.
whoa, whoa, whoa! Destroy.
I'll be taking like 1 or 2, but I'll be destroying the majority of the pickaxes because I want to find out what they're made out of.
I'll help you with that.
So there are a couple of people moving around. 1 or 2 of the guards that have stayed, and in general, the people are kind of a bit browbeaten in the situation. They're good people most of the time, and they're very. They all kind of feel a bit of shared guilt for what has transpired here. For the most part, they are doing the most to tidy up. They can help you if you need to find things. There's a bit of farmland that they tend outside of here, which is kind of just going to be carried on with. The place is pretty self-sufficient at this point, and yeah.
So I'll gather up a few of the workers in the mines and get them to bring me all the pickaxes.
Okay, that's fine. They have been. They will get a bit of a fright and come back to tell you that there's a fair amount of bodies in the mine. They're going to have to do some cleaning up in there. A bit nervous.
Chuck, and I'm
but-
not surprised. I'm really not.
But one of the pickaxes was quite close to the entrance, and one of them can be brought back to you. It seems, for the most part, it seems pretty mundane. The metal does seem slightly more kind of slate-colored, almost with a kind of bluish tinge to it.
Do you know what this is, or know anything about this? Because it just looks like a slightly blue pickaxe to me.
Oh yeah, can I like try and like check out like look at it a bit like more, see if there's anything magical about it or anything?
Sure, make an Arcana check. Be the most appropriate thing.
18, not bad.
Yeah, definitely. So for the most part, the metal itself seems fairly unremarkable. It has definitely been enchanted. Um, from what you've seen around here, it doesn't look like any of the local tools or equipment that's used. So it's... Wait, is anyone here from San Citlan?
Nope.
No, okay. I thought there was someone in this group. I must be mistaken.
Cosimo
Maybe it's,
has, like heritage from there, but she's not from there directly. Like her parents, I think, are, but she's also asleep.
Fair.
Listen, I need to get home to my kids. My car's broken down ages
So
back.
there's a bit of
And I have no
background
freaking
noise
idea
there.
where I am. My
Barbecue.
phone is sick. Can you please give me a lift?
I'm sorry, I don't have a car.
Don't even have any money on me.
Yeah, same here.
You just want to go and push the talk there for a bit, buddy?
Oh, sorry.
Cheers. So the pickaxe itself, it's enchanted. It seems like a strengthening enchantment as far as you can tell. If you'd want to spend some time trying to pick out more about it, you can, but that's about what you get. It's definitely been strengthened.
Yeah, like if we're gonna be spending some time here, I'll like definitely look at it some more. Maybe like get an idea of like maybe asking people around if they know where this like metal came from, so we can get like more of a lead of what kind of going on here.
Sure. I mean, they'll all tell you the same thing, that a one-eyed lizard folk had meetings with the boss, Master Yam, and a couple of days later came back and delivered these tools for use.
Mhm.
Do you think he knew this would happen? Because it seems fishy.
It would not surprise me if he knew.
Well, from what you can gather from the people, there's a lot of things that are taboo, but that are also a long time in the past. The people have long come to the what's the acceptance of life as it is in Subsunkor. There's some things you do, there's some things you don't, and you know the reasoning for those things are mostly lost in legend. You could see where enough money could definitely sway someone into thinking that maybe it's not as bad as it was made out to be.
Makes sense.
Well, shall we collect up Neblina and attempt to get this stuff squared away so we can get back to the Radiant Citadel?
I'm kind of scared to attempt to wake her.
That
You know,
is a good
we
point.
walk up. And
I would like to peek around a corner.
repeat like in his loudest voice. I don't know. Just furious laugh, I guess. Just manic laugh to try to wake her up. Jesus Christ.
And then a random aboleth just like interrupts.
Sorry guys, she's gone. She died in her sleep.
She just kind of rolls over, a little bit drooling, and she's sort
I
of
guess
listening. Maybe.
I'll use a minor illusion to make like a huge like cake on the ground, like right here, and just start to move it. Try to get her interest and just start to move it out of the building. Not into cakes. I'll go through other sweets.
Depends on what time it is. Depends on what time of day.
Oh shit. That's too complicated for Pino. Okay guys, I tried. I gave up. just walk and wait in the entrance.
I guess I
Uh,
could carry her. I mean, it might be. Oh god, she scares me so much.
Sometimes as to improve as a person, you must get over your fears. Alas, I'll pat you on the
He's
back.
gonna like stretch out his arms, like shaking to pick her up and like carry her on. We're going to the back to the locking camp.
It's
Like
pretty
this
easy.
is how I die.
You're light.
I just kind of look nervously, like I'm scared if she wakes up.
You're not the one carrying her.
If anything,
Oh yeah, I'm dragging this prick across the country.
I
I'll
feel like
probably
Fury
try to
probably
carry.
could be assigned for that task.
True, I already have one dangerous payload with me.
Or maybe she could be handed off. I don't know.
Alright then. He's gonna put Neblina in the cut. That is the least safer for me. Well then. Um. Oh, probably any like notes or written paperwork he has from the people. Okay. And you said they're gonna be here in a couple of days. Hmm.
I mean, if we could possibly camp out here and try and capture him.
We could, yes. But I think first let's square away this with the spirits before we do anything else.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. think the lug is dead.
Welcome, Fury.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I had to run some errands.
Hello.
Before and went there without my phone. Couldn't figure out what I needed.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Well, we know who we have to go and speak to, unfortunately.
Well, on the plus side, it means we don't have to be the eco-terrorists. Looks like the spirits are doing that job.
We kind of already are eco-terrorists, to be honest. Well, let's see if there's any survivors.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Should
See
we
how
try
bad the
and put
damage
out
is.
the fires? Should we try and put out the fires?
I can't.
Oh
do
yeah,
anything.
that.
Okay.
I think that's magic eco-terrorism fire.
That is long term.
Mm.
You need to copyright it.
No worries. We're here to keep the spirits in line, just in case they get out of control.
Well, we found a bag of diamonds. Chink chink. But I think that's best to give chink chink to give a fair bit back to the people.
What? Those look like
I'm not
spoils of
saying-
war to me. We're supposed to give it back as a rebate, refund.
No,
I
no,
mean, you
not
can
to the
argue
people
not
that
if you
spent
want.
it. Not to the people that spent the money, fuck them, but to the people who had family die because of this stuff, and I do think they deserve at least some payment to help them get through life better.
What about us?
Well, we didn't die.
Yeah, we're
We
doing
didn't
pretty
die,
fine.
but we're
Mhm.
out some time. Time
They
is
are
money.
shiny.
Yeah.
Nibbling on
I
it,
do like money.
See?
How about this? We'll get them identified how much they're worth, and then we'll consider the situation with them. Let's put
Or
that
we
on
could
the
just
back foot for now.
Or we could just take the whole damn thing.
God, you are
You know-
a greedy little gremlin.
You know, Lass, I feel like they don't have a strong moral compass.
Not
No,
particularly,
not at all.
no.
Hmm.
And here I thought I was a bad man.
You think you're bad? Jeez.
I mean,
Yeah.
when I was on my home plan, I just kind of fooled around a bit.
Okay, cool.
You know, had a few bastard kids and lived my life like, well, it didn't mean anything. I thought that was bad. Jesus Christ. Oh, now that's a shame. They're still alive. Don't worry, report the little turd to you.
Yeah, we did. We did. Oh.
I would appreciate if you don't try to kill him. We're taking him to the spirits. They might kill him already. Who knows? I'm not quite sure yet. That really sucks. But you can get some s'mores.
You're on the wrong side of a conflict, my friend. It could be far worse. You're lucky to walk away with your life.
Now that just sounds murderous.
I'll walk up to him and say, "Here, I live in Sweden. The deal, like a skew."
Careful now. That's the last good offer you'll get before I sour it.
I believe that would be for the best.
This is disappointing. No conflict. Just aftermath.
I'm sure we'll find a war for you eventually, my friend, but let's kind of bless it when there's not a fight first.
Oh, that might be just positive thinking. I don't see a war as far as the eye can see. Maybe a little conflict here or there, but that's about all I see.
Mic back on, son of a bitch. Well, doesn't seem like there's much to be done here unless you plan on helping these guys further.
Unless we're helping them to ourselves, their fortunes and glories. They have anything valuable?
No,
Do I see anything?
they're lumberjacks. No, they're not out in the open. Maybe some of them have
No.
a couple of treasured possessions or such like that.
Please stop putting us on fires.
Just
they might
let it
have something
happen.
hidden in their
Don't worry.
You like turn over and you see her face in like flickering relief, shadows jumping all across. She's surrounded by torches.
She scares me, man. She really does scare me.
I mean, you have to admit it's a lot more lively when she's here.
We
Okay.
will pick up a torch and hand it to Alas.
Thank you.
She goes
do
back
that?
to like lighting the rest of her torches.
That's the most likely person to give it away.
So
He's like holding the torch away from him.
just to make sure that you're caught up with us, Fury, I think a couple of things you did miss when you guys started at the Silver Carp Farm still. The halfling said that the person that made this deal with him was a lizard folk that visited the farm. He had a scar across one eye, and he basically came with the offer of fulfill these two contracts, two kind of rare minerals that aren't really, it's a bit taboo to harvest, and he paid up front with the gems. He said he was going to come back to collect the goods in a couple of days. Didn't give an exact time. So
Sweet.
the workers didn't want the metal kept at the farm. They loaded it, a single crate of unrefined metal. They loaded it onto a hand cart that you guys have been pulling with you.
We can kill this lizard man pretty easy, I think. What do you think?
Probably, but we don't know when he's gonna arrive.
We know
We're
he's
just
coming
getting the
back
rest.
here
Yeah, we're planning to
in a few days.
we're planning to stick around and lay an ambush for him, more or less.
Okay.
I don't think
Or
we
at
should
least that
kill
was
him.
discussed.
Why not?
I mean, we have to capture him and question him because I'm sure he probably isn't the only person doing this. Maybe we can get
He
some
might
knowledge of this
be,
whole operation.
and his endeavors may die with him. You might be giving him a little more credit than he's worth.
I mean, yeah, but that's too much of a risk to take just to kill him and not even ask him any questions.
Yeah, if you kill him,
Look at the bright side,
Problem
Fury.
solved.
If he's a part of a big evil cabal, you might get your war.
I have a feeling that when I'm squeezing and twisting the life out of him, he's going to be talking about all kinds of cabals that may or may not exist.
You are a terrible person. Just dreadful.
I mean,
I'm just talking about from practical realities. You know, everybody's a witness when they're underneath the file, or the winch, or the wrench, or my personal favorite, the stretcher.
I see.
Feel safe around these people. I really don't.
I mean, they're our allies. We'll be fine for the most part. I'm more worried about our opponents.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about Nablino.
Okay.
Looking at the haul of torches she's made.
She just starts handing them out if people want them.
What, torches?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't need one.
I will take one. Yeah, I'll take one.
They were already
Just want
lit.
one.
I
Yep.
guess I'll take one.
I will gladly take one.
So we're going to wait out a couple days? Live at
I think-
at the halfling pad?
Well, first we're speaking to the two spirits, kind of this square away, taking the halfling to the rest, the noodle family and the other family. See what
Are
they
you sure the spirits want to talk to him?
The spirits might eat him.
I know, but what makes us think that they want to talk to him? They might just want him dead.
Well, he's going to go apologize to them. And also we have to ask what they want done with the metal. See if we can take it or not.
Well, hopefully we'll get an answer. There's a good chance when you're dealing with spirits like this, you get some kind of cryptic no answer. Sure.
Nibelina's gonna like take her torch and go run off and try and find the spirit of fire.
We should probably follow that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's no reason to talk to the spirit of fire, is there? They tend to be kind of volatile, I imagine.
I think she's talking about the deer, spirit of the plains.
Yeah,
but
I know, but we don't want to end up fighting that thing. That could end up being a problem, especially if it's
That's why
violent.
That's why she has the torch. Friend.
I pointed to the plane and I tell you, look at her. Do you think she cares?
I'm just saying that even with an ally on our side, if it's a violent ally, you could end up doing more harm than good by trying to parlay with that violent ally.
Well,
So
she's
I
gonna
have
go run off
plan.
anyway.
If all else fails, we would throw the halfling at it and ruin.
What? What do you mean?
Alas, aren't you
You
supposed
mean-
to be the moral one?
Maybe I should stay
out of
here.
all
I
of us-
feel quite morally obliged to help these folks pack up the lumber site.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Of course you do. But what you're forgetting here is you're not here willingly. You're a prisoner.
Yes, I can
Look, I don't
feel
want
the
you to
ropes
die,
chafing
but-
at my wrists. I'm quite aware.
Well, you should feel the rope tightening around your neck if you're not careful.
Gulps
So-
audibly.
On
We're
we
not
go.
starting a lynching squad.
What?
We're not going to go around lynching people.
No, but we might execute them.
Oh,
That's your point of view. Let's just follow Niblina.
Yeah.
Before this conversation gets a bit too dark.
Yeah. Yeah. And it maybe smells like he let her up maybe a bit too hard in his pants as you're discussing executing him. As you head off into the fields towards Nablina, who's run out with a torch. And Nablina, you can see this kind of darting flame as this creature seems to be moving through long grass, not leaving a trail of destruction in its wake like you would expect it. Like a regular fire would incur. This definitely seems. Well, I mean, this is spirit of this area. So now, as you kind of get further out into the fields, are you just kind of running to where you see the creature? We see movement.
Yep.
All right. So eventually you get close enough where the creature stops. It's come to a rest, and you can kind of see these plumes of flame as as it breathes, exhales through its nose and scratches at the ground. It turns towards you, and you see these antlers that look like they were once tree branches, but the ends are kind of blackened and coal and literally on fire. And as it looks towards you, a bit of flame kind of drops from its face and hits the ground, and you hear a sizzle, and leaves a kind of bit of blackened earth where you see immediately like a small kind of sapling is beginning to push through the ground. As this creature kind of looks over in your direction, what are you doing?
Reminds me of Bashaba.
She's going to call out to it, and try and soothe it. Say, Spirit, we have stopped this part of the harm to the land. Please, rest assured, the land will be healed. She like kind of offers the torch towards it. She doesn't really know if this is
Might not even
working or
speak.
Fair enough.
Might not
or
even know.
communicating.
So you hold out your torch. The creature makes no move for the torch, but it does. There does seem like some kind of recognition in the way that it moves, and as it, Finny, as it takes kind of a single step forward, you see some of the antlers kind of go out with a bit of smoke rising, and it's like a single tiny green leaf pokes out from one of them. As the creature looks over to you, still kind of scarred and wounded, but there's definitely kind of a sign of maybe regrowth or rebirth.
She'll like try and put out her torch then. She like tries to blow on it really hard. If that doesn't work, then she'll, I don't know, try and wave it around until it goes out. She's just trying to put out the torch.
Yeah, I got my
please
weapon
don't
ready
try safe.
just in case.
You see at the sudden
Pino,
movement, it's like
this is
the
torch,
flightiness
no
of a deer
weapons.
comes back to the creature, and it just sprints off into the distance, bounding over the hilltops. The flame looks to be slightly receding, and you can see what's mostly kind of a trail of smoke now following it into the high grass.
I think you did a great job, Niblina.
Yeah, it
Oh?
worked.
Yeah, maybe
Right.
it's turning into a normal deer.
There will be new growth here.
Well, I guess we go to the other spirit now and offer it its gems, its metal back.
Yeah, it's gonna care nothing about the gems.
Well, not the gems, the
did that.
metal.
Yeah, we should definitely hold
Uh,
on to those gems.
So, God damn it, Fury.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a picture in the Discord, Nablina. You got a kind of a flash of what the creature looked like when this place was unwounded.
Looks like a friend.
Oh, yep.
Alright guys, so, I mean, you're on the plains, it's nighttime now, you can hear the Dinsing market in the distance, you can see the glow that it creates in the valley. If you plan on waiting here a couple of days, it's probably a good place to spend it.
I think we have one more spirit to talk to see it. we can
Yeah.
take this metal without getting cursified. So I don't feel like getting
I think
cursified, to
it's
be
too
honest.
late for that.
Oh god, we're already cursed, aren't we? Oh fuck.
Yep.
Well, I
So
mean,
after this, we'd never come back to these lands.
when the
You may have
people
to end up killing that great spirit.
What?
You never know. He might try to attack us. These things are
I don't
unpredictable.
think we will.
No killing it. Don't kill that one.
What?
There's plenty of other things to
I
kill.
won't unless I have to. But
You don't
could
have
come
to
down
Honestly,
to
do
that.
anything.
I don't think we can.
I
At least
think
not the way
can.
we are.
I think we certainly can. I think we could smite that thing back to the abyss.
Why do
I
followers of
don't think-
Tempest always have to resort to violence for everything?
That's the tenets of our faith.
He just sighs. Like I can see why. Soon just does not like Tempest.
Mm. That's all right. Tempest does not share his disdain for Soon.
I have heard that is the case.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should not fight the giant spirit that I don't think can actually die
Agreed.
unless we literally destroy the earth itself. You know, that kind of thing. And I don't feel like nuking a planet.
I would also rather not deal with destroying nature and its beauty. I would prefer to leave it untouched.
Okay.
Let's head back to the Denson Night Markets. See what we can get done. Speak to the noodle people. Or the seafood people. Speak to the kobolds. The other ones were terrifying.
Sure. It'll take a bit of time to get there, not more than an hour or so, but you can see the kind of hub of life in Subsuncore, the Dinsing Night Market, once more come into view. A couple of familiar places standing out in the crowd, but for the most part, as night has fully fallen, it is a hive of activity, as it is every night, effectively.
I get some of my free noodles
Yeah.
that I have a coupon for.
You're welcome to. The rest of you guys were interested in going to the family seafood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Fury just peels off to go get some takeouts. Yeah, anything you want, you are welcome there at the shop, and they kind of serve you quickly and efficiently. Yep, for the most part, you head back to the Zangoon family seafood, and you can see Mistress Zangoon not working the front tonight. She is, you can see her around in the back, noticing you guys. She does come forward. I heard my favorite customers were back. Welcome. I'm glad to see you haven't departed for the Citadel yet.
No, we have to stay a couple more days to get to the very bottom of this evil spirit situation. Oh, and he's going to point to the halfling that's title. That's the reason why the spirits went evil for a bit.
Gets a bit shocked as she looks over, definitely recognizing this individual. What? How? What were you doing?
Man, Logan. All around, just being kind of a dick as well.
She pales slightly at this. I mean, it's hard to tell so much on this dark crimson kobold, but there is a kind of a slight pink flush as she walks up and just kind of no, she's been a loud figure, but she puts so much force into the slap that kind of trips him up, and you see this halfling kind of stumble onto the floor, not able to use his hands to stabilize himself, just kind of rolling. Oh, what the? And you deserve more than that for what you've done. You'll be lucky if the spirits don't eat you alive.
Well, I did offer for the forest of the woods to eat spirit of the plains to eat it, but I think we kind of scared it away. Nebulina is kind of terrifying.
He actually did like follow Fury, like halfway through.
Yeah, that's why he's
Like, ran
so
off.
He's open to. I'll say that without being too terrified. But yeah, we have some of that metal that's been mad. Should we speak to the spirits, see if they want it back or something else? I don't really know what to do with it.
She immediately kind of conspiratorially moves closer to you, kind of speaking under her breath as if you're discussing illegal topics. Definitely like a change in demeanor, and kind of looks around to see if there's anyone within hearing distance. And I think it would be best for everyone if this was as far away from Subsunko as possible. The Citadel, or perhaps even another place.
All right, then. That works for me.
If it has already been mined, it is as an arm lopped off a corpse. Or
What is it?
a living body, effectively. It is
Hmm.
the lifeblood of the spirits that consist of the valley itself. Something we dare not delve into.
Ooh. Forbidden metals.
She nods and kind of quickly gets her business-like manner back before moving back around. I take it you are here for some seafood. We've got some extra fresh crabs that we just brought in from the Lynx River. I'll get some sorted out for you.
I
How
would
about that?
adore some seafood.
She nods.
It's been a long day.
You know what we should do? We should use
What?
this metal to make. You should use this metal to make some weapons.
You with your warfare, man. It is like non-stop with you.
Is this like strange? What I'm recommending? Is it make no sense? Is it?
Well, we don't
foolishness?
know the viability of this metal for weapons, do we? It might be
Well, I've
soft
got a
metal.
guess that it
I
might
guess
be
while
quite
everyone's
beautiful.
discussing that, Pino will walk to the center of the restaurant, and I'll start to tell stories about our adventures. Like obviously, exaggerating everything. Like the cat was 100 feet tall, and it was a huge spirit.
Nice.
Try to just get everybody's attention and know that he dealt with everything.
Austin's just
Very,
like sitting
very
at a table exhausted.
Well, people are definitely listening. Would you like to? Would you like to make a performance roll, or would you just kind of like to have this as
Sure.
background noise? Go for it.
Yeah, sure. And I'll use an ability that I forgot to add till this session that Kenkus have. It's called Kenku Recall. I can give myself an advantage on rolls. So
Oh, I
Nice.
was probably gonna try and help your performance and
oh,
add like a
you know what?
thaumaturgy
No, then
too.
if you want to help, then that would be even better.
Yeah,
Please better
she'll
than me.
help out. She'll help Pino out with the story and cast thaumaturgy and make like tremors in the ground as to how big and heavy the spirit was, and trying to
And
like
I tell
add
him,
special effects.
Tempest approves, and I give him guidance.
Sure.
Jesus, guys, what is guidance?
A
1d4?
A D4.
1 die 4.
You're welcome to. I mean, yeah, you have to use it now. Effectively at 25. Yeah. I mean, you can see as you weave together this harrowing and thrilling tale of betrayal, love, building confidences and breaking them down again, all within the span of your arrival here at Subsuncore. People are enthralled, and like most of the people kind of sitting there with with seafood halfway to the mouth, food kind of forgotten. A bit of a crowd begins to gather around the stall. As you end, you can see some people are in tears, some people are just kind of cheering, clapping. A couple of coins scatter on the floor around you. As you can see Madame Zangoon, Kusa, in fact, nodding. She was seemingly about to kind of break it up, but there is a single tear running down her cheek as well, as she just gives you a nod.
All right. Pino is a little bit abused that his lives worked so well, and he's just but he's hiding it obviously. Yeah. He's like, yes, of course. Like, thank you guys. I know my stories are so good, all true.
As a collective breath being held is released among the purveyors here at the seafood stall, you can see another figure walks over to you. Hey, that is some gift for storytelling you got there, pal. You ever thought about doing this professionally? As the figure that's talking to you
What are they
is
offering?
blue skin, generally looks like a human, probably of some kind of genie descent.
I'm currently already occupied.
That's a shame. I run a bit of a well, I've got some businesses here and there, and travel to the various civilizations. If you change your mind, I've got a place on the Citadel. You can get hold of me. And he kind of gives you a calling card.
Go for it.
Thank you. I kind of like this job better. We get paid a lot more, I assume.
You don't know that.
I'll check it out when I get to the Citadel. Thank you.
Hey, is there any place at this market that sells armor, like real armor?
Not really the forte of the people here. You'd mostly
Okay,
find
just
more
wondering.
utility. You could definitely find that back at the Radiant Citadel.
Okay. Just curious.
Sure. Okay, so I mean, as you kind of enjoy your seafood here with your prisoner, you ask. I mean, what are you doing with him now?
Well, honestly, I don't know what we're doing with them.
Pet now.
No, we do not have halflings as pets. I'm not quite sure what we
Unless
do
we
with
turn
them.
them into something else.
Wait, we
Cut
can
that
turn
shit
him into
out.
other things?
Sure.
Let's turn him into... Oh, let's turn him into flowers. Then we can hand them out to everyone.
How about a slug so we
No,
can
let's
squish him?
not do that. Now we're just getting out of hand.
Thank you.
Come on, I'm sure the shield bearers have. No, he wouldn't really know too much about that, I guess.
Well, we work for the shield bearers, so we should probably give them to them as the root cause of all this fuck shit.
Yeah, but we could rough them up a bit first.
Oh my
Why?
god.
Let's not torture the captive.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, as you look at the little card that was given to you, and the figure that moved off, I mean, he was dressed quite not not like over the top, but quite stylish. And as he walks away, you can see that he runs a hand through his hair, and a bit of like kind of water splashes down. You can see what look to be almost like dreadlocks are kind of made of kind of water that is sitting on his head in a specific shape. And the card reads Azure Knights, which is apparently his call name. And there's a little thing at the bottom.
Yeah, we wrote it in. I don't know
I'll
how
put
to
it there.
spell
Yeah. It says Azure Knights making stars.
Nablina, I think I was wrong. I think he's really rich.
Told you.
His
You
brain's
should
made
have
of
asked.
water.
Be careful with agencies like that. They might try to fuck you.
I don't know. It sounds kind of weird to me.
Says it makes
What I mean by
stars. That's
I-
really important.
I believe that is a figure of speech.
What sort of figure?
Of speech.
Avad, you know all of this fancy stuff. You can explain it to him. And Elias is just gonna walk away.
Yeah. You just gave up. I'm just like, ah. All right.
So like a hero like Drist or something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
Maybe. Okay.
A hero maker and not a sorcerer?
Maybe an illusionist.
Mm. Just a little
I don't know. I'm
confused.
not that moved by it.
Well, we should go visit him.
Okay. So
I think the card says it's in the Citadel, so when we go back to the Citadel.
yeah, so we're gonna wait it out. Meet up with this lizard folk.
Okay. If that's the case, you're going to be here a couple of days. I mean, if there's anything you want to specifically get done in that time, you're welcome to do so. Madam Zangoon can... I mean, you guys can actually pay for your own. They don't have much space. You could find a couple of kind of hostels, basically, for a few silver pieces a night. It's not going to be that hard. Or,
Okay.
I guess you could always just go stay at the Silver Carp Farm.
I thought that's probably the better way to do it. Save money and be at the place that the lizard folk's gonna arrive if he arrives early.
And are you keeping the prisoner with you then?
Yeah, because we need to give him to the shield bearers.
Fair enough.
Isn't there a place to like report in for the shield bearers in here? Or do we have to go back to the Citadel for that?
You go back.
I think that's
back.
where they're at. Is the
Yeah.
Citadel.
I see, yeah.
You're asking if they have like forts or something?
They don't have outposts here. Okay, so as you kind of then spend the night here, as it's already quite late, and head off in the morning back to the Silver Carp Farm to while time away until
Does it cost any money?
yeah, it's just going to be 2 silver pieces per person to sleep here, and then your rations you must use up unless you're going to be... Oh no, you don't need to eat. You can get free food from lots of seafood though, so your bowels better be prepared. But yeah, we'll
Person, you all, I don't have bowels anymore.
So I'm just going to prepare this encounter. We're going to say you guys get back to the farm, and we're just going to take a bit of an early halfway break. We'll say 10 minutes, and I'll see you guys back here.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
I love this little robot frickin' cleaner we got now. Does all the vacuuming. Fucking sweet.
Alright, so after spending a couple of days at the Silver Carp Farm, life goes on as usual. I mean, the people there are pretty set in their ways of how to do things and go about tending the fields, doing what they were doing before all of this took place. As you guys are kind of hanging around, preparing. A couple of guards that have hung on. There is talk about the Master Yam's kind of next of kin coming in to take over things. There's been messages sent to some of the outlying villages to see who's available in that regard. So I mean that's
better.
looks like there does seem to be some plan for the future for these people, because it does bring a lot of business and prosperity to the local towns, and you know, one of the larger merchant families. It does not bode well for the land for it to drop into such disfavor, especially in such a way. But as the days go by, you wait here for 1 day, 2 days, and you're kind of treated by the locals to maybe some of the delicacies. You hear of a celebration that's been happening down at the local dock town of Akreen nearby, as lately there was the first kind of full fish harvest that there has been in a long time. and so you can kind of, there's immediate effects of your actions kind of visible from the land, as eventually one of the guards call out to you guys. Maybe Fury's kind of been waiting for the sign, for the call for a while now, but a group of people are making their way up the road. As you make your way to the gate, you can see coming into sight in the distance, this it looks to be a lizard folk, kind of scales that are quite black with greenish frills. You see this leather patch over the right eye, as this figure walks with quite a lot of confidence, flanked by a set of there's 4 guards. The 2 in the front kind of look quite well armored. The ones at the back kind of look more like local constabulary with pikes and such. But as they stop about 50 feet from the gates themselves, calling out to the guard there, "I would speak with Master Yam." Well, that's what that's what you guys are hearing. Are you stepping out of the premises to meet them, or what's the plan here?
That's good.
Oh,
Are
we
we
were
finding
gonna meet
inside
them.
or outside?
Inside would be better, I think.
Yeah.
Well, the guard kind of looks around nervously. Master Ham is currently indisposed. This displeases me.
I'm going to kick Master Yam to tell him to yell out to call him to allow them in. But man.
We've been told there's you can speak with someone inside. I think I will expect the cargo out here, please. Tell your master if he does not deal with me shortly, I will be quite disappointed. The guard nervously nods and kind of goes inside, closing the front gate behind him. What do I tell him? And he runs up to you guys.
Well, I
Do we
guess
have a
we're going to
cart?
have to say hello. We do have a
Do we have a
car.
cart? We should all get into that cart, put a tarp over it. Surprise!
So I mean, it's possible, but it is more like it's basically like a glorified wheelbarrow more than a full cart, just for kind of locally
Oh.
transporting goods. But it's good enough to carry the crate and like a sleeping person.
Well, I think we should head out and say hello.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so moving the gates kind of open and close as you step out onto the road, and let's get you onto the right map here. As you kind of in the wooded front area that is attached to the farm, the path that goes down to the cities you guys are all the way on the south. I'll start dropping your guys' tokens down for you. But yeah, you can see this figure off in the distance. This kind of dark, almost night black lizard folk. There's a couple of warriors flanking him. I think that's everybody.
I assume me and Fury would be at the front.
So now as
I'll
you,
walk up in the front as well.
as
I'm
you-
eager to meet with someone
sure.
missing as well.
Well, you can immediately see this figure kind of watching you quite intently. He turns around, kind of mutters something back to the others. You see, they don't kind of draw weapons, but their stances kind of shift, definitely as if to expect the possibility of danger. As this figure turns to the group, people I have not seen or dealt with, why are you approaching me? Who do you represent?
We represent the organization of organizing things. We've just come to understand a few things about your little deal with the Herfling.
Fury, so are you just like openly moving into the trees on the side? Because that's quite menacing, and they're going to take it as such.
Okay. I moved up as far as I could before.
Why is your
Sorry
friend
about my-
lurking in the trees like that? Tell him to come out.
So he has a terrible sense of direction. It is medically diagnosed that he cannot walk in a straight line that well. It has been multiple cases. We have tried everything to cure him, but unfortunately, this curse runs deep in his blood.
So, I mean, I take it you haven't brought the crate and cart out with you.
Not yet.
Probably not.
I see my cargo
not?
is missing. As I
Well,
said,
they're still packing it up. The final checks to see the quality and all.
he kind of turns and you see the one, this kind of bright, well, let's flash the token at you. It's kind of bright green eye turns to the side, and the other one is just this horrible pitted gouge that the eye kind of, that the tongue flicks out to the side and kind of moistens the bottom. You see it's weeping slightly. He looks back to the group, head tilting in a kind of very reptilian manner. And how long am I expected to wait for my payment for my cargo, for which I have already paid for?
As
You
long as
have
it
paid
takes.
half. Yeah, about as long as it takes, my friend.
Looks quite annoyed
After
at
all,
this.
do you think someone done right or done quick? Because there is a difference.
I don't care how it's done. I want it. I gave you more than enough time, and I am losing patience now. Where is Master Yam?
Master Yam unfortunately had, ironically, some bad yams, and is currently shitting out his organs.
Just 1 second here.
I'll mimic the cry he made when he got slapped by the coupled lady. That's what he sounded like.
Oh, you're just saying that?
I mimicked the time when he got hit by the lady, and I'm saying that's what he sounded like in the bathroom before.
So, let's see here. The man at the front's head kind of tilts to the side. And there's a smile, and you can kind of see these pointed teeth. I see. This has been a wasted effort. Jay turns back. They're lying. He's either dead or captured. We're not getting our cargo. As you feel Pino, the kind of faintest brush, leave your mind, this figure turns. You've gotten yourself involved in matters far beyond you.
I do not
Yeah, we
appreciate you
kinda
looking
do.
into my mind. I'll walk up. Like here.
Sounds like an
I'm
enemy
going-
of the Citadel.
I'm keeping pace with Peanut.
The creature will crack a smile as I haven't really warmed up today. If you want to be the ones to test that, it'll be your funeral. I have other plans, but time can always be made for lessons.
You're under arrest by order of the Citadel.
He grins, and you can see these large claws that he unsheaths. No, not claws. It's going to be. He's got the long sword at the moment. He just brings his long sword to bear, and looks up to you questioningly. Well, I'm waiting.
I guess we're boogieing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to roll for them in a moment.
Guys, do we feel like committing war crimes?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Good.
They are guilty. And we
Guilty of being a
have
bitch.
stool
Oh,
of justice that was paid and bought for by the Citadel.
Why is Yvonne suddenly there?
I'm just pre-moving for when my turn is there.
Aha.
Since I doubt anything's gonna beat my nat 20 in initiative.
Okay, so as I mean, this figure looks quite calm and confident. You can see the other guards in the back drawing their weapons now. The sound of steel being unsheathed filling the air. Avant, as kind of adrenaline begins to surge. You see this all happening. You're the first to react. What you doing?
Just go to take out like these are guards too, right?
Correct. The ones in the front look like they're wearing splint mail. The others are definitely less armored.
I'll go for the less armored ones first to take down like the weaker ones.
Okay.
Ooh, not good.
Not gonna do it.
I also cast blur on me before the battle started.
Okay.
All right, that's it for me.
Bino.
Is it our favorite spell?
Yeah, that's a good spot to put it. So as a bonus action, I'll use if I can find it. Shoot. It's several words to the lizard. My missing right looks cooler, and I'll give Bardic Inspiration, but like minus to his next saving throw.
Okay.
And I cast Shadow, we're committing war crimes right now. But it's
War crimes, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get some saves from the gods here. Let's see.
Only a 13. Oh,
oh yeah,
Sweet. Yeah,
Why not?
shatter.
yeah. I just take my loot out and I just like go with the loudest chord I can. It's just
Are we
shovel
third
the
level?
eardrums. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I
we
said
leveled up.
we leveled up.
again. Okay, I thought we just leveled up not too long ago.
All right. So let's see here. That's a 5. Only one of them passes. Only one of them fails. One of the veterans fail. What damage did you roll there? 13 thunder. So the rest are going to take half.
Did you mention? Did you take into account the -3 for the lizard?
I haven't got to him yet. I'm just talking about all the guards for
Oh,
now.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so what the heck is? Oh, that's why. Hold on, let me move that out the way. Yes, these guys do take a fair amount of damage. Is there any side effect from that one again?
It's just
No, it's just crystal people can get disadvantage or something. Metal. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, perfect. So as this now, how do you cast this spell? Is there any? What do people see as you cast this?
I take my loot and I just like try to play like as loud as I can to try to like create like a huge like ringing sound, and it's just magically enhanced. So it starts at that point, obviously. Yeah.
Okay. You see the others, the guards kind of get rocked by the spell. You see the lizard folk stand there completely still, and he seems to be completely unaffected.
That's not a good sign. I'll walk behind it alas.
He does kind of smile, and the head looks towards you at this kind of darting, predatorial glance. That'll bring us to Fury.
I will move. I will cast, what do you call it? Bonus action. I will cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
I will move here, and I will cast Word of Radiance.
Okay. E spell. What is that? A dex save or wisdom?
I believe. Yeah, I'll post it. To print.
Okay,
Neat.
con
Yeah.
saves. So let's get some con saves going. I'll just do this. So that's 4 con saves. 1, 2, 3. This guy in the bottom left is going to succeed. Everyone else is going to take. Have you rolled
Die
damage?
6 and damage.
Okay.
2.
2. The guards at the top looking extremely wounded at this point. These guys, not so much. Let's see here.
Okay. Done.
The leader is once more completely unaffected. So, I mean, let's see here.
Okay.
So he will. Oh my gosh. Who hasn't gone yet? Koza, alas. I'll say he'll look towards alas and sigh. I have got to get new guards, it seems. Well, we can start with this one. And the one eye kind of flashes for a moment. I need you to please make a wisdom save for me.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, very nice. Natural 20 on that, as you resist a dominate person. There's a bit of a grimace of annoyance as he turns back. Very well, the hard way then. And I think that will be it for now as he brings his weapon to bear. Let's see here. Goes a mulatto. Nablina, sorry, what are you doing?
She's going to go forward a little bit. Trying to chase after Avant and his blurred form. She was preoccupied with that while they were talking. And she's going to just like kind of call out to him. Wait! Those were really... she just yawns. But she is casting... let's see... She's gonna try and cast... I guess... Two of these are pretty injured looking already. Bless... on... Avant and Fury... and Alas, I guess.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay, Avant, Fury, and Alas get Bliss. Is that your turn? Anything else?
Yeah, I believe that's gonna be it.
Oh, that'll bring us to you, Alas.
Finally noticing that Avant is casting magic as well, he's gonna shout uncontrollably. Like, ugh. One more of them, fuck. And on his journey over, he's going to start to grow in size. Boop. That's it.
Nice.
So, bonus. Yeah, bonus action. But, and he's gonna be like, "Did you do something to me, Alas? This is not normal. What is going on? I don't like this."
Whoa, why did he become so huge?
Giant might.
No, I know about has this just suddenly happens and what?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to ignore it for now and wait until after the battle to get to the bottom of this. And he's going to unarmed strike at the wizard. That does not hit.
You have Bliss, so you can roll a d4 on that.
Ooh, sweet. Boop. That's 15 now.
You double check here. 15 will not do the trick. Just miss, I'm afraid, as he nimbly steps out the way.
You know what? Did you do something to me, lizard man? I don't know what's happening. Please help.
Okay, well these two... Yes?
I think that was all you, man. I don't think anyone did something to you.
You do see the skull that floats through, Alas, there's a symbol on it glowing.
Oh.
Nice. Does anyone here speak Giantish?
Nope.
Do you get that from Brunite?
No, not you. I'm saying anyone else, if they would recognize this, is what I'm getting at. Okay. So these guards are pretty much on the brink of death. I think they're going to disengage and flee. They are definitely...
Ignore that. I was just me putting in.
Not cut out for this. The other two that are there, not so fresh to combat. Let's see here. So they bring their long
Fury
swords.
taking opportunity.
they are bringing their longswords to bear, and one of them is, let's see here, what they're gonna, one hand or two hand, no. One of them will go for Avant, so it's going to be 2 attacks. 22 to hit you for 7 slashing, will that do it?
Oh, I'm blurred.
So with disadvantage, is that it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
advantage.
Okay, you hear him kind of cry out that this one's defending himself with some kind of enchantment, as the other one will slash out at Fury. Let's see here, I think this one's going to go one-handed, 1, 2, and a 19. What's your AC at the moment, Fury?
20.
20? Okay, well, he used his weapon one-handed, which means you can make a bonus short sword, so 19 was the highest he got. Kind of cursing to himself. He looks over at the leader, who still looks pretty confident. Avant, what are you going to be doing?
Go for this one since he's flanked right now, and
Go for it. Yeah.
oh, I cannot. Well, let me see if now Bless won't save this, right?
No.
That's what you get for using magic. Messes
I
up
think
with
you're
your head.
You're using magic.
I
so
don't
your
know
skull
what's
is
happened.
glowing.
I
Your
don't-
skull is
Wait, what?
glowing in there.
He's gonna like start looking through his body.
Okay, is that the end of your turn though, Avant?
Yeah, that's it for him.
Alright, Pino.
Pino, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I don't know what to do because this guy's. Well, I'll do what I can. I guess I will.
When in
Look up
question,
the phone.
swing.
Yeah, I'll give We'll give it to. I'll give a Fury as an inspiration,
Oh, thank you.
and I will swing with my rapier at this lizard guy. I want to see if he's real.
Go for it. That will hit for 4 piercing. Let's see here. And your rapier is just a regular rapier, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You see the blade open the skin, but no blood. Wound closes again. And he just laughs at you. But the one thing you do notice is that your rapier passed through an illusion.
That's what I was thinking. Guys, I don't think he's right here. And I will.
No, sorry. What I mean to say is there's definitely a person there, but it's not a lizard folk.
Alright. Guys, this guy's not a lizard.
Don't
I was
worry, I'm
confused.
about to kill him. If I get a
Use
turn,
magic.
Alright,
And
bam!
that'll bring us around to... Pino, is that end of your turn there, buddy?
Yep.
Alright, that brings us to Fury. What you got for us?
I am going to inflict wounds on this guy right here.
Okay.
I am going to probably end up using my... Yep, I'm going to end up using my, what do you call it? The die 6, is it? For
Yep,
inspiration?
die 6,
Yeah,
buddy.
+6. You also got a D4.
Plus 2 die 4.
You got Bless, don't you?
Oh yeah, so 2, hold on, so 13,
It's
and
a
I can
lot of
use my,
ones.
and I can add my favored by the gods. Bam, bam, for 8 more.
Nice. You hit. So how does your inflict wounds look?
Oh, Fury has like a flaming fist, and he likes, what do you call it? He punches them.
And although you've employed this many times before, he stands there, and his body does get like a bit of the force, but he takes no effect from it, and he just begins to laugh in your face.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
And it's
I
gonna come
think
around
I
to-
have an idea.
He's gonna make 2 as the visage drops. He's gonna make 2 claw attacks. Unfortunately, neither of these are gonna work, which is a bit of an anticlimax. But I have all day to play with you. teach you some respect. As he is going to, let's see here, going to move down here, over here, and then burst towards
Attack
Nablina.
of opportunity.
Take it.
I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, I will. Screw it. Always.
My reaction
you
to
never
something
know
else.
when-
It hits. Is your weapon magical?
Nope.
Unfortunately, you do not inflict any damage on this creature. He seems beyond your ability to damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll bring us to Nablina. Seeing that Fury's defenses are currently an annoyance to get around, he's turning to target some of the other members of the group. And since you've held back, he ran right at you first.
Why me? Oh.
He wants to punish the people that thought they could equal him in combat, so...
Why me? So, I guess she's going to try and cast a command spell on him to... could you please, go away?
So, like water off a duck's back, it just kind of flows around him. Your magic cannot take hold. He laughs again. When will you all learn? Your limited magics are no use here. You see before you a figure that is basically like a tiger humanoid.
I know what's going on here.
Yeah. I'll put it in Discord for you guys.
He's a furry.
He's a bit of a furry, but Nablina, you would at least recognize this as... I mean, these creatures are quite famous. Would you like to give me any kind of arcane history to see how much you would recall?
Sure, I could do an Arcana check.
What have we got here?
Or
14.
history, either.
Are they the same modifier?
No. Arcana is a bit better than history.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, you recognize this for what it is, a Rakshasa. They are terrifying fiends, and they do possess quite powerful immunities. In fact, they are immune to basically any spell of the 6th level or lower.
Okay. Yeah, she just asks politely. I don't know what this is about. Really? She just like offers her cupcake again. Would this be okay for whatever you're looking for?
Please, thank you.
You see almost as in slow motion as the cupcake is slapped from Nablina's hand, falls to the ground, coming to a rest. I simply wanted my medals. You all brought this on yourselves.
I don't know where the medals are, really. She's like tries to, I guess, she's gonna try and just run away.
Well, he looks back at the group. She is the one I will kill first. Is this what you want? And begins to chase after Nablina.
Not really, no.
I mean, if you guys are willing
Yeah,
to...
not particularly.
I mean, you guys kind of approached him here. You could always appeal to end combat. Alas, that is over to you.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, no rush.
In fact, we know where your medals are. We can give them to you.
Stops.
As long as you leave the space.
Okay. Wait! Calls out to the two guards, kind of getting ready for another flurry of longsword attacks. Perhaps we can do business after all. Is everyone agreeing to end combat here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't.
As far away from it as possible.
Unfortunately, we can't fight you.
I tried to tell you earlier. I will give you 5 minutes before I come inside and start killing people.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like run off to get the wheelbarrow full of metal and bring it back to him.
Kind of walks right up to you, Fury, staring you deep in the face. Now that's what it is. You're one of Tempest's lot, aren't you? Well,
Well, looks like we've negotiated for a truce.
scurry back to your friends.
Hopefully we won't cross paths again.
Hopefully for you.
At least.
But he waits there with the 2 guards he has left. As I mean, are you true to your word? What's the plan here?
think so.
Yes, I'm getting that cart of metal.
Okay.
You can't fight this.
Yeah, we can't even hurt him.
Well, then as the metal's brought out on the cart once more, all the way up to him, he nods to one of the guards who moves forward and takes the cart, bringing it up. You see him crack open one side of the crate, looking inside. As he does, his face is kind of slightly illuminated by a bit of a radiant glow from within.
What is that stuff? We know it's some fancy metal.
He looks over with a bit of a snort. It is known as Alefight. Hard to come by, and really illegal to mine in most worlds. He pats this. This much will keep us quite satisfied. My employers are going to be very happy with this. Give my regards to the workers that helped mine this. And
They won't be mining anymore, just so you know.
he just kind of grins wickedly, and you're pretty sure he did know
Mainly
that.
because there's none left. Did you know that the spirits get quite upset when you mine here?
Why do you think I
Like
had the
half
fat
of the eating.
halfling do it instead of myself?
That's a good point.
And he begins
Now,
to walk. Yeah?
I have one question before you leave. Those 2 backward hand things that you have, does that get annoying?
What? I'm sorry, backward hand things?
He's a Rakshaka, isn't he? Or can we not see him? Because the Rakshaka have 2 right hands.
Oh, yes, of course. He looks confused for a moment, and then just chuckles to himself. It is the way things are. You get used to things. And you see now this kind of shimmer over him as he reforms the visage of this one-eyed lizard folk that kind of takes up a bit of a hobble as it moves forward, with the veterans pulling the ale fight with him. And they leave.
Question: did the cat guy have any like discernible characteristics? Like, did he have a scar on his eye as well, or was that only the lizard?
No, that seemed to be only the lizard. I mean, yeah, you don't know too much about the race in general, but you definitely recognize his face if you saw him again. You could kind of point out what kind of beard and ears and the teeth and the snout and stuff like that.
Okay, thanks.
I think it's best for us to get back to the Radiant Citadel, because fuck, we are not equipped to fight one of those.
Well, we lost this hand. Yep. Can't win them all.
No, we cannot. Well, I had an idea of drowning him, but
Why were we fighting?
we
Well,
want to capture him to get information about his leaders, or whatever boss he works for. Yeah, that turned out to be,
powerful.
yeah, like way too powerful.
Okay, I mean, we could still catch up with them and ask.
I don't think he'll tell us, sweet. I really don't.
He didn't ask.
I mean, maybe if we see him next time, but for now we should probably leave him alone.
I'm not saying I'm scared of anything in the world, but this one might be closest to getting me scared.
Put it this way, if I was still capable of shitting myself, I would have shit myself.
Finny,
Oh.
leave the cat. Psst,
Yeah.
okay, stay there. Finn, go. In your bed.
Let's go.
Oh no, you chased the
Let's
cat
get
away,
our
you little
transport
asshole.
back to the Radiant Citadel, I think.
Head back. We came up as a loser on this one.
Well, not particularly. I think we won overall. We just lost this part.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't die from the spirits. We stopped the blogging and the mining. We have a box full of diamonds that I need to give out some to the people to help the families of the people that
tarnished
died.
glory. But yeah, I guess it might suffice.
Put it this way:
I get what you're saying.
you ended combat with Ratchacker, lived. How many people can say that?
Yeah, I was shocked. Definitely could
many.
have pushed for a better deal.
I mean, yeah,
Like
you
what?
could have without anything.
I guess we could have got more diamonds out of them, but
Well, so you could have discussed with the farm workers about kind of recompense to the families, which you can kind of pass on to them, or you can stop off.
I'll
at-
be him.
Yes.
How much is that bag? That box full of diamonds worth? I need to do some math here.
It's a fair amount. It's going to be a total of 2,400 golds worth.
Well, I'm going to give half back to the community. At least it's with the 1,200 gold worth of diamonds. Actually, he doesn't feel comfortable with that. He'll give everything but. How much will Fury? How much is Fury and all that willing to give up? That is the question.
He probably wants all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Wait, are we
I'll
gonna
give
give
I'll
it?
Draft deserve half, third. How about we give it a share?
Okay, we have 5 people.
I can have
Good.
more.
Make it a 6. We can do that.
6. That'd be 400 gold worth each.
Good.
Is that enough for the families, though? Look, we'll get each one of us will take 350, and they will get the extra 200.
Extra 200. Why not just give everybody an equal share and everybody should be happy? Why
Well,
make it
if
more
that case-
complicated than that?
We'll have to find out how many people died here.
Yeah, they get one share collectively.
400 gold for like 20 families or so.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
It is a lot.
Or a soldier would get. Most soldiers get.
Found. Don't feel good about this, but found.
Okay.
I will split up the diamonds between us and keep that extra set with me. Because I don't trust Fury or... I don't trust anybody but Avant to give it over as well.
Fair enough.
Smart choice.
Wait,
Fine.
I will be right back as you guys make your way back to the Concord Jewel waiting area. I imagine. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom quick.
Yeah. I
Well,
know
also
that. It's
feels-
not... It's like... I don't want to... I can't give any more to the people because Fury will be like, no, that's too much to the people. But I don't want to give Fury... Fury any more either.
You can always give your share out. I'll even take it if you want. I lost a family member once.
Once. Not even rich.
Yes.
Can I make a check to
Unless-
see if like that actually happened, or if this is just another one of your like?
You can. I mean, technically it's not a lie, but like, make a check. I don't know. Is it like deception against insight? Is that how it works?
I guess yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just a bleed of petting diamonds.
Minimum of 17.
I believe you.
Start naming
That's,
them.
They're not real diamonds unless they're blood diamonds.
Oh, technically these are blood diamonds.
There you go. See, it makes them real diamonds. See?
this was a difficult week.
Or you could see it as the easiest money you ever made.
It really isn't the easiest money I've ever made.
I don't know. When have you ever made more?
All right.
Well, there was one time with the noble lady of the town that I visited.
And what'd you get out of it?
500 gold.
That was a lot.
Yeah. Apparently moving those boxes was very important.
And that happened to you once in your life, right? You might be able to do something like this next week.
So, stopping back in... Wait, who did you say you were giving the funds to pass over?
I'm holding the funds, and I'm going to give it to probably the Zengoon family.
Okay, fair enough.
They're the ones I seem to be the most trustworthy to me.
Okay. Then, so you're effectively at this point waiting to get the Concord Jewel back to the Radiant Citadel. Anything you want to get done before then, besides handing over the gems?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Well, not for me.
Sure. So as you guys
where's
settle
Putty?
down, there's a bit of a staging area, almost like a bus stop, where there's like a landing. Not so much a landing pad, but just kind of an area where nothing grows because of the Concord Jewel's location. Sorry, were you wanting to say something there quickly, Barbecue?
No, that was just talking to myself.
Alright, that's fine. You guys see a couple of other people are waiting with you to catch the jewel back. You don't see any leopard tiger people, you don't see any lizard folk. You also don't see anyone who looks exactly like the two thugs that were with him. Variety of traders bringing goods over, and kind of simple common folk. A couple of people with look to be quite seriously injured that are going for help at the House of Convalescence. Eventually, the ruby gem winks into existence. You hear everyone kind of take in a gasp and some hands point into the air. It is magnificent no matter how many times you see it, as this kind of giant rough ruby appears there, and as it lowers itself to the ground, the uniformed clavigers step out once more to begin the fairly common process at this point of administering passages, taking stock of what they're bringing aboard, etc., etc. You guys have the mark of the shield bearer to at least give you the slightest bit of authority on their regard. You're bringing a prisoner with you, right?
Yeah, we'll bring the halfling.
Alright. He will... you guys get aboard, and they wait a little bit to see if anyone else is coming, but it doesn't take too long before you rise into the air once more, and you get the... Well, you are moved into the central area, kind of arranged by seats. Out of some of the different people here, you see a variety of expressions, kind of hesitance, excitement. Obviously, some people haven't been to the Citadel before, but before you get very long to take in everyone around you, the kind of feeling of motion pulls at you almost like a hook behind the stomach, and you find yourself surging in a random direction. And as the vehicle begins to slow down, you find yourself already kind of scenting the air, a difference in the energy here, in the taste and the smell, as you realize you've arrived back in the deep ethereal plane. And this would bring us back to the Radiant Citadel as you hear the clavigers announcing for everyone to disembark. Please do sign out anything you brought with you. For the traders, make sure you make note of everything you are bringing into the market. It is the rules here, do not forget. And have a nice day at the Radiant Citadel, as they open up the passage of respite for everyone to head inside. Into the city, at least.
Yep.
Well, I think it's time to go to the shield bearers first before anything else.
Sure.
Okay. Now, you begin to make your way through the city. You know the shield bearers have a well, you can ask around. They've got a headquarters that is just outside the preserve of the ancestors. Is this on the map? It is on the map. Okay, so and you head past a group of people, and you head past lots of people. It's fairly busy, as it always is. Variety of races, denominations, shades of color for all people here. As you move through some of the more residential areas between here and your location, you see a group of kids kind of run in front of you, all dressed up in what in the beginning looks like quite strange garb, and then you kind of realize that they're all kind of modeling themselves over the dawn incarnates. You can see the tigers, the pangolins, one kind of dressed up as what looks to be a tree. Kind of laughing, weaving within the crowds. There's definitely a sense of life here. People that call this place their home. As you move through, you pass the Palace of Exiles, where kind of the refugees are taken in before they can find a place to go, and arrive. As you kind of pass this building here, there is a roar of a crowd. People seem to be piling in as sounds to be some kind of sporting event happening. You can hear people excitedly muttering of something that is called Arcane Arena. And I mean, it's pulling in big crowds. There's a guy charging for tickets out front. There's a couple of shows that are scheduled throughout the next couple of days, you can see. As you move on with your prize of the chubby halfling to the preserve of the ancestors, I'm trying to find the right music here. I'll just put this for now. There's not a lot going on at the preserve of the ancestors. You can see some people moving in and out, some of the druids that care for the creatures that live inside, as it's a bit of like an endangered animals habitat. But you moving into the building associated to the shield bearers, you can see this kind of strange emblem that they use, which is basically a standard like heater shield with depictions of the various civilizations as their crystal colors embellish different areas of the shield itself. It doesn't take long for you guys to talk your way inside, and I imagine you wanting to speak with the same kind of contact you do every time.
Yeah.
Well, Commander Hosnum is finishing off a meeting, and it doesn't take more than about 5 minutes before you are ushered into the office. As he stands up, yeah, good to see you all back here, and in one piece. As that, I've heard some reports come back already on this last trip, and well, I mean, mostly good from what I've heard. But please have a seat. And this gentleman here, I'm pointing to the halfling.
This is Yam. He caused all the fuck shit to happen, mostly.
I see. Well, if you're wanting us to take care of him, we have a lovely suite where we can keep him comfy for now until we find something better to do with him.
So, the dispute between the families, that was something small. It was just a man trying to do his best for his family. But when we were there, some pretty bad stuff happened. The spirits got attacked, more or less, and they responded with killing a bunch of civilians.
This does not bode well for the people of Subsunkor. They are a tenuous balance, to say the least. Definitely without people like this. It looks towards the halfling, kind of like recoils in on themselves. Maybe there's more information that you can still give us, my friend. We will have the truth seekers spend some time with you over the coming weeks. You see,
And
yep.
Well, we had this material, elfin, like some sort of glowing metal. It's said to be illegal to mine it. He was mining it. And a cat person with 2 right hands attacked us for it. Niblina, what did you say it was?
Oh. A Rakshasa.
Yeah, one of those things attacked us, and well, we couldn't do shit to it, so we were kind of forced to hand over the medal, or else he would have killed us. Not my proudest moment, but you get to live to fight another day.
I think you did well. This creature sounded formidable. I'm not too clued up on this Rakshasa, but it does not bode well that people are trying to gather ale fight once more. We have had...
What is
Yeah?
Elfat? What is Elfat? What does it do? I know it's some sort of radiant metal. Other than that,
It is one of the materials that is special to Samsung Core, and a lot of the reason that much of the other land is in such disrepair. It is effectively an... I don't know what they call it, I'm not too clued up myself, so don't quote me on this. It is some kind of elemental metal. It is said to hold certain properties or channel certain properties quite effectively. I don't know what people are wanting it for, but with the tight crackdown, they must have had some plan to... as you, I imagine you told him that they didn't seem like they were from Samsung Core.
yeah.
Yeah. The only way they will get it out of there is through the Citadel. And he thinks to himself, I think maybe we need to tighten down on security and do another sweep of the passage of respite and all the warehouses there.
I'll let you know. No magic seemed to work against it. Our weapons didn't seem to work against it. I think maybe drowning or throwing it off the Citadel might work, but other than that, I have no idea.
Maybe we could, if he shows up here, swarm him with enough manpower to hold him down. I will consult people who would know more of this than me. We will get answers, do not worry. We are safe here in the Citadel. Our defenses are still quite sound.
I hope you're right.
In the meantime, job well done for all of you. The people of Samsung Core have echoed their thanks in the report that I've received here. And you'll apologize if you forgive me for having you watched well at the market, especially being your first assignment. But you all functioned well as a group. And there is some more work, in fact, in the outlying civilizations, if you have need. Nablina, I have put forward the application for a vendor license for you. It will take some time, but you are at least getting quite far to the front of the list.
Yay! Oh, thank you. I have a little bit of a problem though. I kind of don't have any more inventory.
I see. Well, maybe sort that out first. Space is quite short here, so make sure you have something that people are going to want. It's not my expertise, really, but let me know when you're ready to proceed with this process, then. How about that?
Okay. Thank you.
He nods.
Also, do you know where I can get more?
More in inventory?
Yes.
What? You never did tell me what you planned on selling.
Oh, chocolate.
Oh, yes, you did mention that. My apologies. I mean, there's imports from many of the civilizations here. You might find it slightly more expensive on the Citadel. I think if you plan on operating any kind of business here, you may do well to travel to one of the other worlds where it is created. Or where the ingredients are kind of imported from. I would think it's not something I'm very aware of. I apologize.
Oh, but I did. When I came, I had chocolate, and then when I came here, it was gone.
I'm sorry, I might be a misunderstanding. Someone stole your chocolate?
Yes. thievery.
And was it?
Pino will go behind her and be like, "No, it didn't happen."
Well,
What?
I think
Conversation.
well, we definitely can help you with this. If it was stored in one of our warehouses, there would be a tally number for it. I would say speak to one of the men out front, and we can file a charge.
All right. Thank you.
As for your next assignment, you do not have to leave immediately, but the sooner the better. I have a contact waiting for you in God's Breath, and you are to oversee the Song of Awakening, bit of a yearly festival where they sing and retell the combined history of their people. It's quite fascinating, really. You'll learn loads, but I just want everything to go smoothly. Seeing as we've had some kind of weird goings-ons lately.
Very well. When is this? When do we have to absolutely ship out that? Day or two, or?
You have 2 days before the ceremony officially gets underway. There are bunks assigned to you at the local barracks for your use. And besides that, I'm here if you have any more questions, really. He does also slide over an extra 40 gold pieces each for completing your assignment.
40 gold.
Do you think it's better?
Think of it as a first time bonus. It won't be so much every time. We're going back to more of a daily rate, but he winks at you guys. Take care of our own.
Thank you, sir.
I'll ask him about the the eye. If there's anything about the regenerate spell, the House of Comedy I can do for healing my eye.
Of course. He moves over to one side of the room and kind of rummaging one of the drawers. He pulls. You're going to take some objects out. Now, I've spoken to them about. Unfortunately, quite strict about waiting periods and don't have the authority to fast track you into the line. But he leans down and kind of pins a shield bearer badge on you. If you'll accept it, shield bearers get first priority when it comes to healing disfigurements and ailments that would inhibit the course of duty.
Sure. I'll take it. Does that mean I get to heal it I get the first? I can go heal it right now, or is it stay a waiting list but shorter?
Right now. You can tell them you are a shield bearer that is injured in the line of duty, and they will bring you back up.
Thanks. Pat over the back, very informal.
How much would that cost us?
It's covered by our office.
Are you saying we get free healthcare? I should have signed up earlier.
Smiles. Some perks to living next to the Auroral Diamond.
If you offer free healthcare, can you check up my friend here as I point to Alas? For some reason, his skull was glowing when we were fighting. I have no idea, and he turned massive.
Oh, right, about that. Yeah, do you know anything about glowing skulls turning a slime huge? It's very concerning.
Like,
It was not a good day.
really my area of expertise. That there's more than there's lots of people from multiple cultures. I'm sure one of them would have heard something. You could always head to the Court of Whispers if you're interested in information gathering.
I'll be heading there, yes. I need to sort this out.
Well, you have a couple of days to rest, spend your pay, variety of services here to find. Enjoy yourself. The arcane arena games are up this week. So if that's something that interests you, I suggest checking it out.
Ooh, I definitely want to check that out.
And I mean,
Sounds fun.
yes, Nablina?
So question, I guess, for Pino. So he has like one eye, right? Is the other one just like an
Yeah.
empty socket?
It's not like it's like it has a cut in it. It's like has a full cut from like the above the eyebrow towards the
Mhm.
like upper cheek.
Okay, but it's like still there. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is there a problem? Do I need to take it out?
Oh no. If it was empty, like Niblina probably would have like put a diamond in there.
I want to take
You
it
can
out.
still put it in there.
Well, it's still there. It's not just an empty eye socket.
For now. Alright, so he dismissed by Captain Hosnum. You have a day or two until your next assignment really pulls at you. The Radiant Citadel bursting with life and color all around you. I mean, what you get up to now is up to you, really.
I'm going straight to the Court of Whispers to find out this glowing skull bullshittery.
I will go to the trade district because I'm assuming
Sure.
all the shady people are mostly going to be there. I wanna try to look. What's the name of that ore? The soul something. That ore that was mined in the
Ale fight?
yeah, Alphite, yeah. I wanna try to see if I hear any whispers or like hear any where is it? Any like from the underground,
Sure.
any like talks of it being in Citadel. Use these.
Interesting. Okay. After searching around for a little bit, and it's going to take you a bit of time to go kind of get lost, find the right contacts, pickups, get the information out, wait for it to come back. There is, let's see here. So it's definitely you realize it is a bit of a taboo subject. It's one of the kind of more illegal substances for smuggling. But you also, what you pick up is there's been a sudden demand from it in kind of all sectors of the underground market.
Can I try to pick up what it's used for?
What it's used for.
Yeah, I'm wondering why there is such a demand.
In the past, I mean, let's see here. These guys wouldn't so much know what it's used for. That's interesting. General knowledge would be as well that, and especially as well what our other friend is going to hear from the Court of Whispers, that the metal has been used in the past to create both weapons and armor, for which it does give interesting and very useful properties. That it has also been used in making some kind of, people talk about it as some kind of artillery in some wars in the past, where it was said to lay waste quite heavy devastation when it was banned. Besides that, you're not too sure what it would be used for.
Okay. I'll look for my party now, trying to understand what it.
Sure. And it is kind of obviously being kept on like the highest alert, not to give away anything. So it was quite hard to get that much information that people are actually even looking for this substance. So the Court of Whispers as well.
I am not looking for information about Alpha.
What
I
are
am
you
just
looking
looking for information about my glowing skull.
Oh yeah, that was it. Okay, well, I mean, you can find more than enough explaining about the giant ruins. Was there anything in particular you wanted to roleplay or address?
Is there much magic in this Court of Citadel? That is the question. Are they like Court of Whispers? Are they like using magic visibly? Because if in that case, he would not even go in. He would be like, nah.
I mean, it's you see it every now and again. It is definitely a place of rich knowledge and does draw forth the magically inclined by the virtue of that. But this isn't exactly a place where people openly casting spells. It's not outlawed, but you wouldn't see it all the time.
Yeah, he's just looking for information about why this is happening.
Sure. Yeah, so you're kind of surrounded by heralds, criers, bards, people buying and selling information, representatives of all the civilizations of the citadels here. And it is a bit of a din, and you start to pick out individual conversations as well, moving around. Let's see here. You can definitely find someone skilled in giant ruins and the magic of said giants. He would speak of the Anam, the All-Father, the greater god of the giant magics that the kind of ruling of his people was passed on to, or inadvertently to his various children. And the let's see, what effect did you use again? Which rune did you?
I have, I used my Giant's Might, but the two runes I have are Cloud's Rune and Stone Rune.
Okay. So he goes on to tell you a bit of the deities that you've actually gotten inside you. He's very interested in your chemical makeup, but he talks about the Cloud Rune, I believe, is referencing Stronmaus, and the Rock Rune I must find here. Stone. Here we are. Hyacea. Yeah, and you can get to know a bit of a heritage of the giants if that's what you're interested in. And as for why this is accumulating on you, I mean, have you eaten any weird foods recently? Gone into any ancient caves with glowing runes on the walls? Anything like that?
Well, kind of, yes and no. See, I was taken by a wizard, fed to a slime, and, well, this sort of happened. Maybe it's something to do with wizard?
Well, it's possible that maybe the body of the person was empowered by the runes as he died, and that I'm not
Are you
sure.
saying I'm not me? I need to think about this. Excuse me for a moment. It's like waddles away,
Yeah,
and shocked at his own existence.
leaving a confused scholar behind you. So, I mean, you do have a fair amount of money, and is anyone... So, someone was heading to the trade Discal? Who was that again?
I already did. I was looking for.
Okay. Anyone got any particular purchases in mind, or any
Oh
course of
yeah,
activity?
armor, weapons, stuff like that. Is that cool?
I mean, yeah, standard adventuring gear you can find without question at the regular price. You don't even have to ask for that. If you have the money, you can purchase that very easily.
Okay. Could I get half traded on the armor I got now?
Yeah, I'll say that's fine.
Okay, sweet.
And I'll also buy a pearl for identify when I get that.
Okay. Decent. Was good to have. Like one of the random guards out in the street, or are you speaking to like someone at the counter and laying a charge?
Yeah, she was going to be. I think she was directed to speak with the people at the. Is it the depot or the?
Yeah, it was in the same building
the
as
warehouses.
Commander Hosnum. You're going to speak to the people at the front desk, effectively. You were like speaking to a
Yeah.
detective, and he, yeah. And you can definitely file something. Well, how much stock did you lose? Are you putting in a claim or something?
Yeah, she'll she'll go ahead and do that. She doesn't really keep up with the numbers so much, so she kind of describes it in unusual units of measurement. She'll just say like she came in with like, I don't know,
a horse worth.
yeah.
All right.
It's like a sphere of chocolate, and it's like, it's this big, and motion with her hands.
Okay. Well, this might take a bit of time to follow up and track down. I'll have some of the lads go down to the warehouse and see if we can find your bedside table's worth of licorice. Amongst the other, he kind of looks down the list of shapes and strange descriptions of animals consisting of measurements of volume of chocolate. Let's yeah, you can definitely follow up on that. They're a bit hesitant, but they're at least gonna humor you for now, seeing as you are kind of a what's the word? A temporary hire contractor. That's it. Okay.
Sure. She seems legitimately like confused as to where her chocolate is gone.
Fair enough.
I try to gauge how much chocolate you lost. Lena, like, let's say if I had this big of a bag, how much did you lose?
She's probably gonna be motioning. It's like larger than that. Yeah, more than a sack of flour, less than an elephant.
That's a good that's a good amount of measurement.
That's a pretty.
I'll keep an eye for it. None pun intended.
Well, I mean, there's shops selling all kinds of stuff here, especially chocolate and baked goods, delicacies from all across the multiple worlds here. Variety of weaponsmith, armorsmith. You see people offering amazing services that sound futuristic or crazy, such as body modifications, changing how you look permanently, tattoos, that kind of things as well. Gem carving services for when your soul passes on to the next world. You can have your gem prepared to add it to the Dawn Incarnate associated with your people.
How about an amazing deal on plate mail armor for 450 gold?
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Nice chosen.
Make a bit of connections for that. So
I can
I'm
afford
gonna-
banded mail.
okay. Speak up if there's anything you want to do in the city.
Elias just like wandering around, looking at his hands, going like, "I'm not me. Then who am I?" He's like just doing the entire circuit over and over again.
I wanna also visit the Making Star, the genie guy who gave me the postcard or the call card. I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
Lena and the guys encouraged me to go pursue my dreams.
Oh yeah.
You head over to, aside of the Auroral Diamond, you have Me Too before. You need to actually go down over here, kind of underneath this next level, and spiral around some of the lower areas. Mostly residential districts, but also you can see what would effectively kind of be like a nightclub. And the address that you have on your card leads to one such establishment that looks quite snazzy compared to the rest. You can see like star decals and different multiple colorations indicating that the business caters to those of kind of all these civilizations. Heading inside, when you hear music, you effectively you enter past a line of people that are all kind of looking nervous. You hear singing from one of the rooms in the back. It seems kind of like some kind of audition studio.
Guess I'll
Not really sure what's
I'll cut
happening.
the line and ask where I can speak to that guy completely.
Look, you don't just speak to the boss. You wait till the boss is ready to hear this tick in the background and listen. All right, I will speak to you later. You did a great job. Please be proud. Be proud. You can see the same figure when you see Azir himself gesturing. Ah, my friend. Yes, please. And pushes off the figure under his arm. This kind of sad-looking elf who holds a harp in one hand, kind of leaving out of the business, out of the premises. Now here is some talent. You sought me out. I am honored. Please. Come. And gestures back into the room.
I'll follow. I'll follow him.
Sure. As you head inside, you can see there's a couple of other people sitting off in the side of the table here, and what looks to be kind of a couple of instruments laid out for people to use. Now, the story you told spoke to my heart. My friends here represent a large portion of the inns and taverns, especially on the Radiant Citadel. You want to be famous?
Will that work out if I work with the shield bearers as well? I need a source for my stories, of course.
It is a bit restrictive, but I think something we can work with at the very least. As long as you're making me money, and by proxy you get money, and we are all happy.
You should have led with that this time. It's a very persuasive talking point.
Well, listen, okay, I've got a couple of gigs lined up. Some simple jobs, performing in the afternoon slots, mainly some of the main busiest times. And if you nail this, then let's say the stories I have told them of you will be proven true, and we can go from there.
I can go with that.
He smiles, and you can kind of see these very bright, almost shark-like teeth, as the kind of water dreads shake around his back as he turns to look at the others and gives them a nod. Beautiful. Please, let us get some of your details down, and I will tell you when and where you are to perform next. My friend, this could be the start of a beautiful friendship. And he kind of puts his arms around your shoulder, leading you towards some of the tables in the back. And they kind of want simple information from you, giving you directions and such to your next event.
I will insight to see how. It's not my best skill, but I don't mind. Like to see how truthful he is. I feel like he's trying to scam me.
Sure.
And identity stuff. Trust him
But
completely.
starstruck at the moment. You can see there's kind of in one of the corners there's huge piles of coins that are busy being sorted out that a man with a scale is kind of weighing and putting into bags as well. I see you have noticed some of the profits of our work. Yes, what we do does not go unnoticed, my friend. And you too can have your slice of the pie, so to speak. And
Oh, come in. Pie is my favorite food now.
so unless there's anything you want to ask, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. What they're going to ask from you, a bit of information gathering, and that's pretty
I'll
much it.
just ask him what like the dates for the performances in the location.
It's going to be tomorrow night, tomorrow evening.
All right. I guess I'll give them the information and walk out.
Okay. So heading back to the group, I mean, we are heading towards the end of the session. Is there anything you guys want to get done before we close things up?
Depends.
Yeah,
Doesn't Bleed want to
Yeah,
go through what you posted?
Sure, she'll find Alas then and I guess she finds him having an existential crisis.
Yeah, you're having an existential crisis.
She'll just probably kind of ask,
Mm.
in
What
case
is it,
we
Nadelino?
find, oh, in case we find the Rakshasa again, I think I need armor. Like that, and she like points to your armor.
Are you skilled in wearing armor of any sort? Light armor, medium armor? What? This is good distractions. Any to get me up thinking about my existence as general. Let's go and have a look what we can set you up with. I do not want to think about my own existence anymore. I cry. Can I cry? I don't know if I can cry anymore. Anyway,
Oh, I mean, I can help with that, but you probably won't like it. Maybe you will. I don't know. But anyway, I can help with that if you don't want to think anymore.
no, let's not do your way because I've seen what you can do and it's kind of scary. So not at the moment, all right?
All right. Okay. Later.
Yeah, let's get you sorted out with some moment to protect yourself.
Okay.
So, what sort of armor are you looking for?
Mm-hmm. She just shrugs and like points at the metal sort. Like she's just basically seeing that you are armored. You're like one or of two people, I think, that wears like heavy armor, unless that's not true.
Yeah, I do wear heavy armor. Can you use armor of this weight?
I don't know.
He's gonna like slip it off and like give it to her. It's like, can you hold this up? Like, let go.
Are you wearing chainmail?
I'm wearing. I think I am wearing chainmail. Yes, I am.
Yeah, she immediately like crumples.
He like picks up. Let's get you something a bit lighter then, all right?
Okay.
Come on, let's go and find a armor store.
Yes,
Oh.
And I assume you can use light armor because you're a bard, I know.
I'm actually a warlock with a level in cleric.
Alrighty then. So you can use up to, I think it's medium armor.
I can use heavy.
You can use heavy?
Can I?
Okay.
Just not that.
Okay. How strong are you? Because you don't seem the strongest, no offense.
She says that she is plenty strong. Very
But not
convincingly.
13s.
Got a big
Maybe
old.
He's gonna like.
Roll.
He's gonna give the stare, be like, let's go with studded leather to begin with, because I think that's what you can handle the most. Depends on how dexterous you are. If not that, then I think ring mail or chain shirt would be best.
Okay. She like completely doesn't know and would probably
Yeah,
go
chain
with, I
shirt would
guess,
probably be best. Not that expensive either.
Chain shirt, 13 plus. Let's go with the chain shirt to get you started, and well, we could go from there if we can think we can get something better.
Okay. She just going off of recommendations, so chain shirt, I guess.
I don't know what your stats are, so I can't see what's best for you.
She's got an 8 in strength, but
Oh, 13
pretty decent.
armor class with the chain shirt plus your dex to 2.
Here's an idea of what Azure Knights looks like, minus the water dreadlocks. I couldn't find that, but there you go. Gets the teeth and the skin color.
Ah, yes. White.
Yeah, it's not loading for me either.
Hey, isn't that fun? That's weird. Try flash it again. I'll just put it in Discord.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I have a question for you. How do you deal with the fact that you are not actually yourself? Because I'm not myself, you see? If I'm not myself, what am I?
You're yourself.
But I'm not myself.
What do you mean? Who are you? Are there other people in you? Can
I don't
search?
know. You can easily look through him.
He's a body snatcher's clone that's confused.
Like, I went to check out my glowing skull issue I had where I became large. They said it was giant runes or some nonsense. And then suddenly, they told me it was the person whose skull is inside me who may have delved into some tomb of giants, but it's my skull on me. At least I thought it was my skull on me. But I don't remember going into any tombs.
Can you take the skull out?
I've never tried it.
Maybe you should try.
Alrighty then. He'll, like, pull out the skull and immediately revert into a slime.
Oh.
The skull just drops onto the ground next
Shatter that skull! Yeah.
No!
On your character.
Cosmolata will pick up the skull and she'll just like cradle it.
This what is the orange orca slime just slowly moving away.
Wait, come back! I think these two need to go together. Maybe.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Are you gonna put it back?
I think first she's going to see the skull and she's gonna put diamonds in its eyes.
Nice.
Oh, I'm getting blinged out.
Yup.
If you can do it to
says
Pino, you're
actually-
gonna do it to the skull.
Yes. She's gonna say a little prayer over it and plop some diamonds in there and then try and put it back with the slime.
As soon as you put it in, he's like, I don't know what happened, but everything still feels weird.
Weird how? Better? Worse?
No. I feel a bit more fancy, but other than that, have you ever had a dream where you weren't you, like, out-of-body experience? Out-of-body experience is the right term. It was like that, but darkness and not fun.
Oh. Well, that's not so bad actually. You see, when you
Like-
stop thinking
Like
of
they're
it as
condemned to hell or something.
No, not well, maybe the hells? No, it's just a nightmare. If you stop being afraid of the nightmares and learn what they mean, then you won't be afraid.
I'll try my best. I really will.
That's all you need.
And he walked off. He starts leading Nablina to the armor shop. A bit more of a fancy walk now. Like a posher walk than like his normal street kid walk.
Nice. And they got some pretty good shops here. I mean, you can see as you head in past multiple places here eventually. You see a single-story stone-walled building. Looking inside tiled mosaic floor, there's a monolith of hewn and hacked stone standing besides the building as you see a heavy-set male halfling that is behind a table, behind a desk that runs along the side of the building with a pretty beautiful display of a wide array of weaponry. You can see javelins of lightning for sale, berserker axes, various enchanted goods.
I'm gonna check out, see if they have mithril armor, the one that doesn't require strength check. Not that I can buy it. I'm just seeing if it's available at the shop.
Oh, right.
They wouldn't have it on hand. It would be more of a custom job.
But we
What
could
about
get some if we get the
adamantite
funds.
If you get the funds, yeah.
How much would
Uh,
adamantite plate cost us?
Fucking like $1 million gold.
Yeah, there will be thousands and thousands upon thousands.
Yeah,
Oh,
I knew it would be thousands, but it's like Hundreds of thousands or like tens of thousands?
I'd have to double check. I don't have that on me right now,
Okay.
but inquiries could definitely be made.
Nablina, do you like to stealth much, or are you not a stealthy sort?
Like smoke and air. And she
I'll
just
take that as
kind of wave her fingers.
yes, I like to stealth. So let's go with the chain shirt.
She has no clue. She's just gonna follow whatever you guys say.
So out of all the options, best defense that you can handle. Plus, it has the
Well,
advantage
breastplate would be
of
better.
yeah, but that is a lot of
400
gold.
It's a bit. It's a bit.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She doesn't really see the value of gold, I guess, the same way. Like, she knows it's
Got the money?
valuable, but yeah, she has. I mean, everyone got the 400, at least in diamonds.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Alas will go up and be like, "Look, we're looking for either a breastplate or a chain shirt for my friend here. What's the offers you have for us?"
I can do you both. I just need to get her measurements, and then we can have something done within the afternoon. I mean, you're speaking to some of the most skilled armorers here in the Citadel. Any styles she
How
wants?
much?
Any particular? Well, we go by a pretty standard price set by the trade consortium. It's going to be 50 gold pieces for a chain shirt, 400 pieces for a breastplate.
Do you take diamonds in payment?
He pulls out a jeweler's monocle.
Of course you do. Well, I think it's best to go with the breastplate. Keep her stealth good. And if you're able to, I saw you have Latin javelins. How much are those?
I'll look over 1 second. Don't know why it's not showing me the prices anymore. You see this one's going for 775 gold.
I won't be taking that, but I will take a longsword as well if you have it.
Yeah.
Just a standard longsword. Doesn't have to be too fancy.
Everything
Do
here
you have a
is
magic one?
guaranteed to last. If you want it enchanted, that is going to cost you a little bit more.
How much?
What enchantments do you have for us?
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, really. We don't do the enchanting in-house. We have a specialist come in.
Do you have an enchanted anything weapon? What do you have?
We've got pretty much everything. We got a lot of store back, in the back at least. If you're looking for something with the basic enchantment, not to rust, nick or chip or spoil with age, you're looking at about 600 gold pieces.
600. More.
Well, I'll take the longsword, long bow, and about 20 arrows if you have it.
Yes, of course. Here, he kind of passes you over to one of the assistants who begins to ring everything up for you, fetching all the various objects from around the shop.
That is 466 gold. I will take the Neblina, darling. Do you have those diamonds that I gave you earlier?
She has all of them, and each one of them are named.
Oh, now I feel bad taking them off.
Wait, which one did you put in barbecue's eyes? What was their name?
The ones with my eyes, I need to know which names they are.
She
Right now.
basically says that one she like points, I guess, to the left one is just called A, like in the letter A, and the one on the right is called Z, as in the letter.
So you're telling me I have A through Z in my eyes.
Yes.
Love it. Well, would you be willing to part with 200 of your little friends.
Oh, but what if we need them?
Well, you need these for the armor itself.
Oh, I don't want it then.
You know what? He's got to pull out all his diamonds and be like, "There's the 400 gold pieces for the armor. I'll take, and I'll just take the longsword, not the longbow."
Sure. That's fine. And then also, Pino, you head to the House of Convalescence, is that right?
Yeah, I wanted to wait with that a little bit
Oh,
actually.
that's fine. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that
yeah.
then. Okay, well, I think then we're pretty good for tonight, guys. This will bring us to the end of our session.
Okay.
Anything in particular you want to get done before heading to God's Breath? Keep it in mind for next time. Sorry, barbecue.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Nebulina, you have breastplate now.
Nice.
Okay. She probably wouldn't want to part with her little diamond friends, though. She'll like.
No,
hand
I
you
paid
the-
for it.
Oh. Well, thank you. She'll hand you
Actually,
the 40 gold I think we were paid each, because she
Yes.
knows that
Hmm.
things cost money, so she'll just like hand you the whole bag of money she has.
Yeah, it's well, Les didn't really want the diamonds in the first place. Felt bad for taking them.
Fair enough. Well, you find yourself back on the Radiant Citadel once more, and oh, I don't think I have that very nice artwork up here. I'll put it in chat for you guys. It's going to be our new splash screen. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next week.
Okay.
thank you.
See that?
Some awesome artwork. Alright, cool. Cheers all.
Oh, that is
Next
cool.
week.
Nice.
See ya.